Had a few minutes because I'm fixing to go eat the building. I'm so hungry now that I've realized I ain't ate all day. Okay, listen. This is something that happened this morning, but I ain't had a chance to talk about it. So, we have gates up now in the house, and my baby likes to throw his pacifier over the gate and then holler at me to get it. And of course I do it a couple of times, and then after like the third time, I'm like, no, you're throwing it over the gate on purpose, and then you're hollering at me to get it. You know, kids. I mean, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? I'll stand there, you know, thinking about this. I walked back over to wash the dishes, and God kind of said, you know, that's how y'all do me. And I was like, what? You know how me and God had this conversation. So I started having this vision of how, you know, we do things, we disobey, and God still picks things up for us and helps us. But then there comes a point that he's like, no, now I told you to stop. I'm not going to do this again. Why? The same reason we do it to our kids. Because we're teaching them, you cannot just keep disobeying me and me just bend down and pick it up. And sometimes God does not answer our request because maybe we are being disobedient with something in our life. Now that could be a number of things. You know, being jealous of somebody is not God's way. Gossip is not God's way. We always think of the big things like stealing or adultery or, you know, what's something else big? Killing somebody. That's pretty big. But I'm talking about little things that he tells us, that he convicts us of and says, I want you to stop this. You know, I'm not just, and then we don't, and he's like, I told you to stop, you know? And I'm not saying that, I'm not saying God's a punisher. I don't want you to misunderstand. I didn't punish Colin for throwing the pacifier over the gate, but I did stop picking it up. And sometimes God will kind of do that to us, be like, I'm going to stop getting you out of this. I mean, come on, I keep getting you out of this. You keep doing it. Look, my gel polish just came off. Like almost 4 weeks, seriously, like Jasper's best place ever to go get your nails done. But does that make sense? Okay, so then he was also kind of showing me how if Colin needed that, then I would go get it. Just like God does what we need, not necessarily what we want. Was that just a revelation for somebody? He gives us what we need. Sometimes we just want things, and he might not answer us because he's done told us stop. Like Colin, is this making sense? Is this kind of coming together? My baby throwing the pacifier over. I pick it up. Finally, I'm like, I said stop. I'm not picking it up again. But if it was something he needed, of course I would give it to him. Of course. That's how God is. I mean, he supplies our needs. That's what he does. He is our God. Okay. I'm not even going to say nothing else because I just think that revelation needs to knock in that sometimes we might need to see if we keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again, and God's done told us, I told you to stop. You know what I'm saying? He might stop getting us out of the situation. Okay? Does that make sense? All right.